Okay, today I'm going to cook some marinated chicken legs. They've been marinated overnight in a mixture of honey, soy sauce and garlic. And as you can see, they're there in the marinating liquid, and they've been marinated with some cling film wrap over them overnight in the refrigerator. And you'll note that I have taken the skin off the chicken legs, which is just my personal preference. So you might like to leave the skin on, but that's entirely up to you. Now I'm going to cook them in the convection oven here, and I'm going to cook them at 175 degrees Celsius, and you can see that's just below 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I've put the lower rack in the oven here, and I've put a little bit of water in the bottom below the rack just to keep a little bit of moisture in the cooking process. So we'll come back a little bit later and see how we're going. Right, I've now taken them out of the marinating bowl and transferred them to a baking dish, and as you can see they're sitting in the convection oven on the lower rack, and with the colour of the marinade in them they almost look like they're cooked already, but I can guarantee to you that they are still totally raw, and that's just the colour of the marinade. Now I've kept the marinade juice back, and that's sitting in the bowl, so you can see there's not a great deal in the bowl, so that's it in there, and I'll add that to the chicken legs as they're cooking as a bit of a base. But I find if you put it in now it will just dry out during the cooking process, so we'll add some as we go along. Alright, I'll come back later and show you how we're going. So I'm going to set them originally for 1 hour, but I'll check them as we go. Right, they've only been in for 30 minutes now, as you can see from the timer, so let's have a look at how they're going. So you can see them in there, they're cooking quite nicely. You can see them bubbling while they cook, so they're doing really well. And what I will do is open them now and rearrange them a little bit, because they are quite large chicken legs, and I just want to rearrange them in the baking dish so they're not so tightly packed. Right, as you can see I've now rearranged them a little bit in the dish, and they're now in a different position. I've turned them over so they're continuing to cook, and we'll come back and check them a bit later. Right, they've now been in for 1 hour, and I've cranked the temperature up a little bit for the last 20 minutes. You can see where the temperature is now. Now let's have a look inside. As you can see they're really nicely browned, and I'll just touch them with a fork to see how things are going. Probably do with a little bit more cooking. Yeah, they're going really well, but I'll just give them a little bit longer. And I'll turn them around a bit so we get that even colour on them. Alright, we'll come back a little bit later. Right, they've now been in for another 20 minutes, so let's stop the cooking and have a look. They look really good. Let's get the fork to see, test them right out. The fork will tell us. Look at it, it's just falling apart. I'll just try it again. Yeah, beautiful. Beautifully done. See the meat's just falling off them. Yeah, they're done. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, sorry for a little bit of the camera movement there at the end, but as you can see they're nicely browned. I've tipped the marinade out at the end so they just browned up. Oh, one thing I will show you at the end, a lot of people keep saying on my clips that my oven is halogen. I'll prove it's not. If you look in here, you can see the electric element. There's the electric element inside there. You can probably just see it in there. So it's certainly not halogen. The electric element is in there. There it is. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video.